Stephen A. Smith finally breaks his silence on the WNBA controversy. What he reveals about Caitlin Clark is shocking the entire sports world.
Oh, she looks guilty as hell. And then I'm looking at it and I'm saying, did you really say that? Mm-hmm. Did you really say that Caitlin Clark should think of Heavenly Stars, that she wouldn't be worth anything if she wasn't playing in the WNBA? Did you really say? See, all of these things that Nafisha Collier brought up.
The WNBA spent 27 years trying to gain attention and grow its audience. Now, a superstar is finally bringing in huge ratings and generating millions of dollars for the league. But instead of celebrating, league officials seem to be creating more controversy. Stephen A. Smith recently revealed something surprising. According to him, there are concerns that the commissioner could be hurting the league's biggest star and most valuable asset. At this point, the issue appears to be about more than just basketball. It looks like a battle involving power, ego, and control behind the scenes.
Hey, Caitlin! Can you make it from there? Hey, Caitlin, how about from here?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, she can't make it from there. No chance.
Caitlin, from me, don't let.
You got it. I'm not even gonna ask.
Hey, Caitlin, from here might be impressive. Am I right?
Whatever, Chet.
From right here.
From there!
Is this one of the biggest cases of self-sabotage in sports history? Or is the WNBA leadership making a huge mistake? Let me know what you think in the comments. The situation has become so controversial that it's worth taking a closer look at what actually happened. It all started when a new commercial featuring Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever began gaining attention online. At first, that might not sound unusual. Star players appear in commercials all the time, but according to Stephen A. Smith, the reaction behind the scenes was anything but normal. He claims that WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert and league officials were extremely upset about the advertisement. Reports suggest there were heated discussions, angry phone calls, and growing frustration among league leadership. But if those claims are accurate, the controversy may be about much more than a simple commercial. It could point to deeper tensions within the league over marketing, exposure, and the growing influence of its biggest stars.
Well, let me clarify first, because it's proxy season, right? No CEO do you just put the base pay in there. You put their bonus, you put their stock options, you put everything. Caitlin has the ability to make up to $500,000 just in WNBA wages this year. So, of course, they're just looking at a base which is collectively bargained. And actually, it's low because she's the number one pick. She'll make a little more than that. But she also has millions and millions of dollars of endorsements. She's actually, because she declared to become pro, her endorsements are higher in dollar value. She has a global platform now, not just a U.S. platform. So she's going to do just fine, as will the top players in the league, as every league does. Also, there's comparisons to the men. Those men's leagues are 75 to 120 years old. We're tipping off our 28th season. I would say if you looked at them 28 seasons in, we're further ahead. But I realize we still have a lot of work to do. And it's all about the ecosystem.
Think about how strange this situation sounds. A major national commercial featuring your biggest star is reaching millions of people who may have never watched women's basketball before. Most sports leagues would see that as a huge win. That a typical response would be simple: celebrate the exposure, promote the commercial across social media, and use the momentum to attract even more fans and sponsors. But according to Stephen A. Smith, that wasn't the reaction behind the scenes. Smith, who has been one of Caitlin Clark's strongest supporters throughout the season, says the issue goes far beyond on-court controversies. He believes there are deeper problems within the league's leadership. Rather than celebrating the league's growing popularity, he argues that some officials are uncomfortable with how much attention and influence one player has gained. According to Smith, the atmosphere coming from league headquarters is not one of excitement over the WNBA's recent success. Instead, he suggests there's concern and frustration because Caitlin Clark's popularity has become so massive that she is driving more attention than the league itself. Whether that view is accurate or not, the debate has sparked serious questions among fans. Should a league fully embrace a superstar who is bringing in new viewers, sponsors, and media attention? Or is there a concern that relying too heavily on one player could create long-term challenges for the sport? Those questions are now at the center of one of the biggest discussions surrounding the WNBA today.
Was in the commercial, Travis Scott was in the commercial, Travis Kelce was in the commercial, Jason Kelce was in the commercial, like the podcast thing, which we're going to get.
To understand why this commercial created so much controversy, you have to look at how Caitlin Clark is being presented in major advertising campaigns for brands like Wilson, Gatorade, and State Farm. Clark is not marketed as just another WNBA player. She is often portrayed as a star who transcends the sport itself, a cultural phenomenon with appeal far beyond the league's traditional audience. That distinction matters. These commercials are designed to highlight Clark as an individual brand. The message is not simply watch the WNBA. Instead, it is often watch Caitlin Clark. As a result, her personal popularity continues to grow at an extraordinary rate. Critics argue that this creates an uncomfortable reality for league officials. The more successful Clark becomes, the more she appears to stand on her own as a major sports personality. In the eyes of some observers, she is no longer just representing the league. She is becoming one of the main reasons new fans are paying attention in the first place. According to this viewpoint, the concern is not the commercial itself. The concern is what the commercial represents, a player whose influence, marketability, and public recognition may be growing faster than the league's ability to control the narrative. Whether that perception is fair or not, it helps explain why discussions surrounding Clark have become so intense. What started as a basketball story has evolved into a larger debate about star power, marketing, and the future direction of the WNBA.
So it was super hype, and they also launched the campaign from anywhere, which is just perfect for Caitlin Clark. And obviously fans have been waiting for a CC signature shoe for years. It feels like years at this point. She is now 2 seasons into the WNBA, and we've gotten the signature logo, and we've also gotten some merch, but that signature shoe is what everybody is on the edge of their seat for. And she recently went on New Heights once again to talk about her signature shoe, and she talked about the new technology that will be going into this.
For fans, this is exactly what sports are supposed to be about. People want to watch exciting players, memorable moments, and athletes who capture the public's imagination. But according to critics of the league's leadership, Caitlin Clark's rise has created a challenge that goes beyond basketball. The key issue is that these high-profile commercials are not being created by the WNBA. The league does not control the message, the branding, or the creative direction. Instead, major companies are building Clark's image independently, turning her into a sports celebrity whose influence extends far beyond the league itself. From this perspective, Clark is no longer dependent solely on the WNBA for exposure. She has developed her own audience, her own brand partnerships, and her own economic impact. Her popularity generates attention whether the league promotes her or not. Supporters of this view argue that this shift changes the traditional balance of power. In most professional sports leagues, players rely heavily on the league for visibility and business opportunities. Clark's situation appears different because her endorsement deals and national recognition have given her a level of influence that few athletes ever achieve. According to reports and commentary from Stephen A. Smith, the timing of this particular commercial intensified the debate. Throughout the season, the WNBA has emphasized the idea that the league's success is built on many players, teams, and decades of history. Then a major national advertisement arrives and focuses almost entirely on one star. To many viewers, the message is clear. Caitlin Clark has become one of the biggest reasons new fans are tuning in. Critics argue that this creates an uncomfortable comparison between Clark's massive brand presence and the league's own marketing efforts. After years of trying to expand its audience, the WNBA suddenly finds itself with a player capable of generating extraordinary attention on her own. That reality has fueled a growing debate among fans, analysts, and media personalities. Some believe the league should fully embrace Clark's star power and use it to accelerate growth. Others argue that the league must continue promoting all of its players and avoid becoming too dependent on a single superstar. Stephen A. Smith has been especially vocal on this issue. He has repeatedly questioned whether it makes business sense to be frustrated by a player who is bringing unprecedented attention to the sport. In his view, a rising superstar should be seen as an opportunity rather than a problem. Stephen A. Smith argues that the frustration surrounding Caitlin Clark is really about something much deeper. In his view, the anger is being used to hide years of missed opportunities. According to Smith, every major endorsement deal Clark signs and every viral commercial she appears in highlights something uncomfortable for league leadership. Outside companies are succeeding at promoting the sport in ways the league itself struggled to do for years. From that perspective, it creates an awkward comparison. If brands like Gatorade, Wilson, and State Farm can generate massive attention around a single player, Critics naturally begin asking why the league's own marketing efforts have not produced similar results. Smith believes that instead of embracing the momentum and learning from it, some people within the basketball world have reacted with frustration. He argues that Clark's success exposes weaknesses in how the sport has been marketed and presented over the years, but he also suggests that leadership attitudes can influence the broader culture around the league. If the most successful and marketable player is viewed with skepticism rather than celebration, that attitude can spread throughout the sport. In Smith's view, leaders set the tone, and players, media members, and fans often follow the signals they receive from the top. To understand why the debate has become so emotional, Smith points to the league's history. For decades, the WNBA has promoted itself as a collective effort built on teamwork, shared growth, and the contributions of many great players. The focus has traditionally been on the league as a whole rather than on one individual superstar. Caitlin Clark's rise challenges that model. Her popularity has become so large that many casual fans are discovering the WNBA through her first, and then learning about the league afterward. That represents a major shift in how attention is being generated. This is why commercials featuring Clark attract so much discussion. They often present her not simply as a member of the league, but as a powerful sports figure whose influence extends beyond it. To supporters, that's a tremendous opportunity for growth. To critics, it risks placing too much attention on one player. The heart of the debate is a simple question. Should the WNBA continue emphasizing the league as the star, or should it fully embrace the reality that Caitlin Clark has become one of the most influential figures the sport has ever seen? That question continues to divide fans, analysts, and commentators across the basketball world.